In this video, I'm going to talk about what the defense can do if there's a runner on first and if there's a runner on third. So I'm going to tell you exactly where every single infielder should be setting up. First baseman, you are going to be staying back no matter what, and you're going to be covering first. Second baseman, you are going to always be coming in about halfway between the pitcher's mound and second base, and you're going to be in a straight line from home to second. Shortstop, you're going to be covering the bag every single time, and third base, you're going to be covering third every single time. So let's first start with our middles. So like I said, second baseman is going to be coming in, and they're going to be halfway between the pitcher's mound and second base. My shortstop will be covering the bag every single time. So the point of the second baseman coming in halfway between the pitcher's mound and second base is to confuse that runner. We don't want that runner to score. So if the runner sees second baseman coming up, they're thinking, are they going to cut it? Are they going to let it go? And sometimes, normally, they'll hang out at third. Now, as the second baseman, it is your job to read what that runner is doing. So as you are coming in and that catcher lets go of the ball, you're going to see if that runner takes off. If that runner takes off, you're going to read that, you're going to catch it, cut it, and you're going to throw it home. If that runner stays back, you're going to let that ball go all the way to second base. That shortstop's going to catch, tag that girl out. So it is your job as a second baseman to read what that runner's doing. Now, this does depend on what the score is. If you are up by a lot, as a second baseman, you need to know that. You need to know, okay, we're up by, let's say, seven runs. We can probably let that girl go home and let that ball go to second to get that out. Now, obviously, it depends on what the coach is calling. If it's a close game and there's less than 2 outs, you might want to cut that ball so that girl doesn't score. As a defense, you've got to know too, if you have 2 outs and it, depending on who your runners are, you might want to let that ball go to second base, because if they tag that runner out, inning's over. So coaches, you can even have names for some certain calls. For example, you might call gold. Gold means everyone goes to their same spot, second baseman comes in, shortstop goes to the bag. Gold always means cut no matter what. You could have black. Black might mean let it go through no matter what. Another color could be you're throwing to third no matter what. Now let's talk about our corners. So our first baseman is staying back no matter what, because if that hitter shows a bunt or lays down a bunt, we need someone at first base. Normally it's our second baseman that covers a first base on a bunt. However, we know she's coming in here every single time. So that first baseman needs to stay back. So pitcher, catcher, third base. If you know if you're doing this first and third play, you've got to be all over that bunt. Even if they fake it, fine, doesn't matter. That first man stays back. We still have our middles doing what they need to do. Third base, you will be staying at your bag in case the catcher maybe wants to fake it to second and then fire to third. Or you might have a play, coach says blue. Blue means catcher gets it and throws to third no matter what, even if that girl doesn't take off. So lots of communication going on. You will be going to the same spot no matter what, regardless. If you want the ball to go all the way down or if you need to cut it, you need to keep that runner guessing at all times.